Hello, my name is Duncan Alderdice, and the reason I am making these videos is to document My name is Duncan Alderdice, and the reason I make these videos is to document the journey I take as I become who I am. Today was an interesting day. 109 dials, so the activity is where I'd like it to be, and 0 booked demos. So that's still unfortunate and frustrating. Did get to talk to a couple of people, but no one is booking, and there was actually one guy, the last guy I talked to, who said I literally just signed up with like one of your competitors. But we had a good conversation. It was a gatekeeper one that I got past, and then he said at the end, "What's your name?" And I gave it to him so that he said that he'll pass that name along to the receptionist so that I don't get filtered out. So that was nice that I knew I got past the filter, but then also now have the pass to get through the filter. Again, nothing on the books though, so still frustrated on that. But at least I can't attribute it to my lack of activity. I think that's more last week. It was frustrating because I had booked 2 demos at this point, but I was making less than 100 dials a day, so it's like, okay, this is gonna bite me in the ass later, which it is right now. I also hosted a demo that I booked back in late November. It was a frustrating one because within the first few questions I asked, I had determined that they did not have the capacity to take on or to actively reach out to the clients that we would be sending them. So then that's there's no point of doing the demo. So of the 2 demos that I've hosted myself so far, both have not been the ideal client profile, which again, okay, but what I can take away from that is, I am gaining the knowledge of what the person who doesn't fit with the program looks like. There was a better way of saying that. What the person looks like who shouldn't be onboarded, so that I can build a contrast to the identity of somebody who should be onboarded into the program. Just because, again, that can give me that conviction, as well as I feel like, honestly, if they get through the qualification process and they everything, they check every one of the boxes, then it's my job to prevent them from actually making mistakes. I don't see how I don't close them. And not that it's I just have this ability, but I don't see if they meet all the criteria, how getting them on board is not the only other option. So then, given that conceptual framework, once they're here, then any sort of objection I can feel comfortable overcoming, disregarding, and pushing through, or addressing effectively, but overcoming it, because I know they are the person that would benefit from it. So the objection overcome feels gross when you're just selling to anybody, but that's not the case here. The case here is I'm only selling after making the pitch to the people who have actually I have the information that indicates to me that they could benefit. Because I'm not going to try to close somebody who isn't going to benefit from it. Yeah, but again, that's pretty straightforward concept. What else is going on? No updates on Hinge. So that still is just a thing that I'm trying to do a little bit each day. It's tough because the area I live, most of the people speak French. So I'm swiping right or Xing, skipping most of the people. Not as a consequence of not feeling there could be any sort of compatibility, but as a consequence of their primary language of communication being one which it's not completely foreign to me. I'm sure we could have a conversation, but I definitely feel I can better express myself in English and don't have the ability to express myself at the level I can in English, in French, and so would feel like there's a consistent gap. Potentially I could work on it, but just for right now, it's not like that. Did my 30 push-ups. Nope, three sets of 40 push-ups. Lots of activity in that Slack channel, so that's cool. What else? Got up today at 8:15. I think aiming to get out of bed, or at least open the blinds at that 8 o'clock time. Also, the power was out when I woke up this morning, and then it came back on. that's the story. I think from the sales front, the concepts that I have been introduced to online and from other sort of trainer sort of things are starting to take shape and make sense within the little bit of interactions, sales things that I've been having. Like just this fundamental realization of, I think not fundamental realization, I think it's more getting comfortable not accepting someone's objection to it. And the reason why I can feel comfortable not accepting it and knowing that my job is to push past and not feel that I'm being a pushy salesperson is if and only if they have passed through the qualification process. Because then I have identified them as somebody who can benefit from it. Which is more evident having been sat in the two sales meetings that I have. That was a foreign concept to me, sitting outside, like not having gone through those things. Oh, that's also today I finally bought a new mouse because the older one was broken. Well, it was just a little finicky sometimes, and like I was on a call, then ended it, and I was trying to code the call, so I had to like click like the regular click to click something, and then it was right clicking, so a menu kept popping up. So I was frustrated, turned it off and on again, that didn't work, and then threw it at the fridge, and then it broke into two pieces, and so then I had to go get a new one. But now I have that new one. No one was hurt in the process, no objects and or animals. Speaking of animals, I'm going to end the video right here. You have a good day.